Hello, welcome to Cosmic Love Tarot. I've just had an amazing experience I'll start from the beginning though, because as you know, if you've been following me, I work with energy and it's whatever I pick up that becomes part of the story that gets unfolded with the cards, okay? Right, okay, the first thing I got was a song that was I'm H-A-P-P-Y, I'm H-A-P-P-Y, I know I am, I'm sure I am, I'm H-A-P-P-Y. Okay, right, I got that, so happy. So the energy I picked up was you're feeling happy. You're feeling happy from the past. It feels as if you're coming into something. Okay, then what happened was when I got to my desk, I got the words, it shall pass. So I always check in on everything before I start my videos for you. And this is what I've got because it's all going to coincide with whatever cards comes out. The words I got was, this too shall pass, okay? And I'd already had the song Happy. So I wasn't quite sure what that meant. But I looked up who said, this too shall pass. The first person that came up was Abraham Lincoln. He said it a lot. Yeah, he says it a lot. You can check that out when that actually happened. I don't know if it was through war, conflicts, disagreements, which I got a feeling it would be. King Solomon, who I've mentioned King Solomon in a couple of readings back. King Solomon was before Egypt. I mean, there was at the beginning of time. And King Solomon dreamt of a ring. And when he woke up, he wanted to find this ring. And he believed that this ring would bring him, will help him to feel more satisfied. Because he said, when I feel satisfied, I'm afraid that it won't last. When I don't, I'm afraid my sorrow will go on forever. So it's a bit like, I'll be damned if I do, damned if I don't. It feels to me like if you don't take the chance to love again, then you will stay in your own sorrow from the past. If you don't take the chance, how are you going to know that it's going to work? We never know. We never know if a relationship is going to be for a reason or a season or a lifetime. Also what I got that popped up when I was checking up on King Solomon, that God actually said, God won't give you more than you can handle. Okay, so every single thing in love is a lesson. Now, when I went to put my phone down, I knocked this card, and this card said new love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. I'm going to go with this card for you. So it's going to be a love card. It's going to be a love reading. And I feel to go with this card is going to be, we will start off with the energy of the divine feminine. Okay. Let's start off with the energies of the divine feminine. What is needed for you to know? I thought that was a really good start. I had a little meditation and I asked the divine to lead me to the right cards for the collective of what I need to talk about. And then, bang, that's just happened. It was, what did it say again? This too shall pass. It was like, wow, that's interesting. Okay, so for the collective, for the divine feminines, what energy is being integrated with the feminines right now? Let's just pick a card random. Okay. Reinventing art. Reinventing art. Get to know yourself anew. A new you. Get to know you. Get to know the new you. How beautiful is that? I'm going to read from the book with this one. Okay, let's have a look. I hope you're all well. Where are you? Can't seem to find it. Why can't I find it? This is the right... Oh, because I got the wrong book. That's interesting. I've got the wrong book. I've got the wrong information. Or you're receiving the wrong information. But you put a stop to it. You realised and corrected it. So this could also be you. That's the Divine Feminine. I've got the wrong cards. Get to know yourself and you. Oh, well, if this is representing me. Get to know the new me. I'm saying that because, of course, obviously I picked up the wrong deck what I planned to originally get. Which one was that one? I don't know which one that was. Maybe I'm just not meant to read it. Strange. Get to know yourself and you. Okay, I'm going to put that one there. There's a reason. There's a reason why I've picked up the wrong deck. Maybe it's about you not believing in yourself, not believing that you are a divine being. Because it is about you getting to know yourself, the new you, and it is about a new love. And the song I got was happy, feeling happy. But also King Solomon, like I said, King Solomon said, when I feel satisfied, I'm afraid that it won't last. That's like saying when I'm in love, when I'm happy, I'm just waiting for the next thing to go wrong. So it's having faith in whatever it is that the divine is bringing forward for you. When I don't, so when you don't move forward, I'm afraid my sorrow will carry on forever. It's like really, you've got so much love inside of you and you're too scared to feel hurt. But the divine cannot be hurt. So you're not trusting that you are divine. You are the divine feminine. Okay, I've got it now. That's why I picked up the wrong card, but it was still meant to be. Which was, get to know yourself anew. So get to know yourself, the new you. A new love. Could be a new love of self, or a new love, a new person has stirred your romantic feelings. Okay, now we will go with the divine, okay? The divine feminine. Okay, that was meant to be then. Let's see, divine feminine for you. Trusting the divine feminine. We go through many cycles with the feminine when we're on our soul journey. And each divine feminine will represent something very, very significant for your journey. Let's see. Diana, wow. Queen of the wilderness. The language of the natural world is a frequency of love. This is my mother tongue. Diana. Diana is also the goddess of love, or the moon. Also Diana, in pagan times, it was a Diana and the nymphs. The hunter, Diana the hunter, the huntress. It's a Diana of the forest, but also of the moon. Okay, anyway, let's see. Let's see. What does Diana? And we're coming into the full moon, aren't we? When's we coming into the full moon? When's the date? It's the 14th. Is it the full moon on the 18th? Don't know why that's just come to my mind, so. Okay, let's have a look. Diana. Oh, was that 190? Yeah. Okay, sometimes the answer is simple. Elemental need to just walk barefoot in the grass, or even better, the mud. Sometimes we get so caught up in what's happening or what isn't happening that we forget to just be. We forget that there is tremendous power surging up from the earth, wanting to take whatever energy is no longer serving us. We forget that we can commune with the trees, those ancient protectors and elders whose language comes with the help of the wind and the slow soft cares that touches our cheek. Answers sometimes need to come from the basic desire of the body to feel grounded here on earth. Diana is associated with fertility, the phases of the moon, and the ability to communicate with animals. Of course, not with all human language, but with the frequency of love and intention, which animals perceive. If we open ourselves up to it, we can connect to the wisdom in the natural world, even if we live far from it. Even if we're deep in the heart of the busiest city, a sign on a bus, a logo on a t-shirt, or a card someone sends us may carry an image of an animal that wants to reach us, or may be visited by a possum on a fire escape, or an orc on a window ledge. We don't have to be in the wilderness to access the wisdom of the natural world. The wilderness is within us. We are part of it. There's so much more that we can receive from the worldless life all around us. We just have to develop the heart that can hear it. So what spirit animal as medicine or a message to give you at the moment? Oh, I've got my animal card somewhere because I think that's quite important for this card. Where did I put that? Just please bear with me for a minute. Let me see. Let's see if I can find. I know that I had an animal deck. Why can't I find that? Okay, I can't find that. Okay, maybe I'm just not meant to find that. I think I need to grow myself. If this was resonating with you, ground yourself too, because it feels like I'm a little bit scattered in a strange way, or I feel that the divine is helping me to recognise that grounding is very important. Also, Diana also reminds me of the Cancer, which is, or water sign. Yeah, it even reminds me of the goddess, the Queen Diana, Princess Diane. She was a Cancer baby as well. So I'm just going to drink a bit of my coffee. Okay, I'm going to leave this here. This is going to be the overall energy. New love. It could be a new love of doing something. Maybe you might be finding your answers walking in nature. I'm finding this card, this energy, really, really powerful. Let's okay, let's see. Let's get some more insight of the energies that surround you. Okay. What messages? Look at these cards. Dark night of the soul, transformation, awakening, and a tower moment. You could possibly be in the dark night of the soul. Diana represents the moon, so it's the unconscious, something that you've been exploring, looking at, something you've been studying whilst you're in the dark night of the soul. It's like that transformation. Well, of course, that's what it says there as well, transformation. But you're looking at something now in there. I was going to say looking at something differently. What's the number on that? Good God, my eyesight's bad. 28. Number 10. Start again. Number 10, start again. Let's just get another one. One more, please. One more. One more. Bring more clarity. The sun. Wow. You bring in the unconscious to conscious. Be patient, it will come. Manifestation and power. It's really coming into your power. This represents this card here. Get to know yourself, and you've been in the dark night of the soul. You'll bring in your unconscious to the light. And through that, you've gone through a massive transformation, or you're going to be going through a massive transformation. You're learning something completely new about yourself that you was never aware of before. Okay. What is it that you wanted to manifest? What is it that you want to manifest? You want to create in your new reality? What do you want to manifest in your new reality? My passion and visions are expensive as the sun. My passion and my visions are expansive. Don't know that word. Expansive. It means expanding as the sun. I would say expanding. But anyway, so your passion is expanding like the sun, and that the sun is there, which is to be patient. Everything is coming in slowly. You can't have all of the information all in one go. It will be too much. So they just gently, information will slowly come filtering through to your conscious that was once hidden in the unconscious. This is what Diana is also doing. And by doing that, you are tapping into the unconscious and becoming aware of the unconscious. In your conscious mind, you are starting to see outside of you different connections, things that is telling you what is required of you on your journey of exploring something that needs to be explored. It could be animals, it could be numbers, it could be all different types of synchronicities. You are becoming aware of them, or you are going to become aware of them. The more your conscious expands, the more you become aware, because that's all part of the awakening of transformation. This is also in number 33, which is master number. Okay. Underneath the deck, I am evolving as a soul when I am aware of my soul's journey. Look at that, where you got the snake on each side. Actually, it's kind of like a butterfly. It's a transformation, but from the underworld. Oh, there's the transformation, the butterfly with the divine. You're integrating the shadow self into the conscious self. It's a duality of polar opposites. This is what you've come into, or you're going to be coming into. That's beautiful. Okay. Let's see what's being brought up from the inner child. What does the inner child want to say to you? Because in shadow self, you would have explored the inner child. You'd be bringing up memories of your childhood, things that you desired as a child, what you always wanted to do. Let's see what the inner child wants you to know. Let it come forth. Give yourself permission to feel it. To feel everything that's coming through. Explore it. When you're tapped into the inner child wounding, that is in shadow self, because you're in the dark night of the soul. It's sometimes we hold on to imaginary fears as a child. What a child says it believes as the truth, and it's not necessarily the truth. Sometimes as an adult, this is what I call Pandora's box. As an adult, we go back into the inner child wounding, open up the box of Pandora's box and what was hidden inside. And once you start to explore the feelings to each object that you find in Pandora's box of a memory of some sort, it will help you to work through what that emotion was. Was it real? Was it imaginary? You can start exploring it. It was reminding me right now of the picture I just got was the old man behind the curtain of The Wizard of Oz. Sounded really powerful and strong, but it just turned out that he was just a little weak old man. And it's the same goes for these childhood woundings. We see anybody adult that is in authority, and that authority is over us, and we carry that through life. We can carry that through life. So anybody that you put yourself below that person, you just think that as an adult, because the adult can say to the child, I know that I'm right, so I'm telling you this, that. Do not do this again, blah, 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 blah. Doesn't explain. And so the child just, oh, okay, I won't do that. So the child will not also explore what they wanted to explore or experience what they wanted to experience, good or bad, whatever it might be. And so we suppress it. So when we open up Pandora's box, we look at different things that we were stopped from exploring or feeling or working through. It could be absolutely anything can be in Pandora's box. So it could be anybody that you might have feared. And then as you're getting older, you're started to realise that the person that you once feared, it was your imaginary fear. I'm giving you an example right now because this is what's just come to me. When I was around about 12 years old and I went to my middle school, the headmistress there, she was so frightening, like absolutely frightening. She walked with her one hand across her heart, actually, like a really stern, upper class, headmistress. And everybody moved out of her way when she was walking down the corridor. Now, I was absolutely petrified of her for 3 years at that school. And when I got a lot older and I worked in a care home looking after elderly patients, she was one of them. And the headmaster to that school used to still come and visit her at the home, and I was absolutely blown away. This lady, she was so fragile, and it brought me back to this particular point because I remembered that when I did go through the dark night of the soul, that this became one of my examples. And when I looked at her, she was just a frail old beautiful lady. But her persona at school when I was a child, she was an authority. And this is what adults tend to do. I am authority and I'm telling you that you are wrong or you shouldn't do this. And so we have to access this information and learn new skills about ourselves that got suppressed out of fear, imaginary fear. Okay? So that's what's come up. Let it come forth. Give yourself permission to feel that feeling that was created. Okay. Where else do I want to go? I'm really being drawn to this deck. Now this deck is a new deck, and this deck is a twin flame Ascension. I feel that this is where we need to go after you've been in the dark night of the soul. But it's still part of it. It's still part of the dark night of the soul anyway, depending where you are, whereabout you are. So let's start doing a reading on this, okay? Okay, let's have some more insight to the dark night of the soul and about you giving yourself permission to feel the experiences, the emotions that's been stirred within you. Okay, processing karmic debris, that's what's happening in your dark night of the soul. You're letting go of the debris that was devastating to you in your waking life because you've now accessed Pandora's box. You've looked inside it. You can see what got created from it. Okay, Merkaba activation, ground, shields and protect. Grounding again, protecting your energy. Protect your energy. Practice self-love. Nurture the inner child. Like I said, that's just clarified it. This card is also clarified as well, where it's to do with practicing self-love. Diana of the Wilderness is all about love. They're beautiful. Thank you, Divine. Thank you. Okay, more clarification, please. Practice self-love is the card of 1010. I did get a 10 somewhere. I can't think where it was. It was this card, wasn't it? Dark Night of the Soul, number 28. Now is it down to 10. High Priest. Personal empowerment. That's where you are heading. That is all you're connecting to. when you're going into the dark night of the soul, you could have also integrated or learnt about, especially when Diana comes up, because the woods also is dark at night and it can be quite scary, just like the little old man behind the curtain in The Wizard of Oz, and whatever is stored in Pandora's box. So I'm kind of picking up, where was I going to go with that? Oh yeah, you could have also tapped into the Lilith energy. Pan, Lilith, or the darker forces that is still part of you. It's part of your, it's in your shadow, but it still belongs to you. The divine feminine brings all this information up to the conscious mind, okay? But first you have to access it, and by accessing it, you have to work through your own belief system. You have to work through what was already suppressed in your emotion from childhood woundings, from traumas. Once you start to process that, and to process all the debris that got collected from all of those betrayals, those letdowns, those painful experiences, you are shifting through the debris. It's like, it feels as if cleaning house. You're cleaning house. That's what your job is right now. And when this happens, you then start to access the energy of Diana, the Queen of the Wilderness, because you're starting to clear things away, clear the pathway of debris, okay? You'll also start to tap into, or you are already tapped into, the High Priestess. You might have already tapped into the past lives of being the High Priestess or the High Priest. And so those qualities will also be brought forward, because they were also locked in Pandora's box that you are accessing. Okay? It's just as powerful to understand the underworld. It's just as powerful to understand the underworld and also what's going on in the world today. So the Queen of the Wilderness, she covers everything. Okay? So I've got High Priest here, personal empowerment, bringing all of your information that you have gathered and bringing it all up into the conscious. Very, very powerful. Okay. Let's get some more cards out, please. I'm just going to go with those because I'm feeling in the mood for going with the flow. Okay. Compassion, eye-hearted opening, and divine creativity. Receiving cosmic intelligence. Wow, that's really, that's right underneath the Makiba activation. I'm going to read that from this book because I feel it's really important. 0.09, even though it's a different book, it's still meaning the same thing anyway. And I feel it's going to be really important for you right now. So I'll just get that right. 09, 109. Yeah. Okay. Transcendence, ascension. You are rising up. That's what this is. You are rising up. It's like the phoenix rising up from the ashes. You're coming out of the dark night of the soul. You've cleared away all the karmic debris from the past. The message is you are rising your vibration and becoming magnetic to the presence of the wisdom of light. You are in a space of ascension. The ascension process isn't about leaving this incarnation or dimension, but about finding the harmony within it. All of the attention, love and care that you have been giving to your body are supporting your spiritual journey. A powerful gateway of light is surrounding you now, allowing you to connect with the divine matrix of ancient wisdom. It's important for you to be aware of the information, the energy and the downloads that you are receiving, for all that's coming through is supporting your expansion. You are moving up to a level. It's time to fly high. How beautiful is this? You had 2 sun cards here. And I'm really feeling that the 2 sun cards, well, I'm just picking it right now, it feels as if you're shifting your awareness, and through this ascension that you're going to be going through, or you are going through, it's like seeing 2 suns, because you're seeing it through different, I was going to say through different lenses just then. But it feels as it's like a time loop. That's the energy I'm picking up, a time loop, a shift, a time loop. You're seeing 2 suns, it's like seeing old Earth and new Earth. It's a new vibration, new dimension, a new way of seeing. That's wow, that's interesting. Okay, clearing karma. Clearing karma is going to be put underneath self-love. Nurture your inner child and the Kundalini activation. Kundalini activation. You're divinely creative, receiving cosmic intelligence for your ascension. And this is happening because you've cleared out karma. Kundalini activation, how beautiful. False twin flame. And that card is going underneath. High priest, personal empowerment. You become your own high priest just as much as you become your own high priestess. But to access that knowledge is through the enlightenment of the awareness that you were once in a false twin flame. Intense change. It's very intense when you're in the dark night of the soul. Now, I look at twin flames different to how a lot of people do, but I honestly believe that you are your own twin. Even though it is a twin, I don't believe it is a false twin, but in lower vibe energy. They're toxic, they're narcissistic, but they're still a counterpart, and it pushes you forward like Phoenix. Well, it was Phoenix rising. It's to help to push you through your own awakening, your ascension. And so they were still meant to have been in your life, in the physical, to push you into your higher self. Reprogramming your soul, releasing, rise and reclaim. Reclaim your power. Through the experience of the dark night of the soul, you are now starting to reclaim your power. You are becoming, I'm feeling, you're becoming, it's like the whole, you're becoming whole within. It feels like the high priest, the high priestess energy from the underworld is coming up. But as you're going through this ascension, with the downloads, with the channeled information that you're getting from the cosmos, it's also bringing in the divine to help you to understand also the energies that each represents. It's for you to integrate and bring it forth. Karmic relationship, releasing the past. You can't go back on yourself. You cannot undo what you've already learned about yourself now. So it's impossible to even think of trying to go backwards on yourself. You cannot undo it. Your soul chose this path before it ascended onto the earth plane. You both chose this lesson. If your masculine counterpart chooses to do the same work, inner work, as you, then yes, you will both meet up in this lifetime on a higher vibration. But if not, you will still go forward and find your own divine, masculine, feminine within you. Okay? But you had to let go of the karmic because it belonged to the past lives with this counterpart in past lives. There were lessons that needed to be learned. And the only way that you could access Pandora's box is to be absolutely broken from the karmic relationship. That's the only way it could have happened. It was for the chosen ones to go down really deep and experience a very, very painful lesson, painful experience. It's the queen of the wilderness when everything dies down in the winter and ready for the bloom for the summer. Okay? And that's the cycle that you was on. The Holy Grail. Oh wow. The unconditional love of self. That's what you're heading for. What's that one say? Get to know yourself and you. The unconditional love of self. This is underneath clearing karma and practicing self-love, the Holy Grail. It's the code of the Holy Grail, which is the unconditional love of self. Once you learn of your own karmic debts, your own toxic behaviour, the parts that belong to your belief system in the childhood wounding, the shadow self that was hidden, because you've done the work. You've done it. You've studied it. You've worked really hard to understand it. Look how the heart is opening up. Because the more that you started to look at yourself through the experience of the karmic relationship, you also started to look at yourself and realising what it is that you do want, not what you don't want. It's not about the codependency anymore. It's not about the trauma bonding. It's all about you finding you. And that's what it's all been about. You finding you. The Holy Grail. You are the gift. The unconditional. Connected to the divine. As well as the underworld. It's everything. The Holy Grail holds everything in that cup. Everything. Because you cleared out karma. This is your Kundalini awakening to reach the Grail. The unconditional love of self. How beautiful is that? And the last, God, these cards came out right, didn't they? 3, 3, 3, 3. Rebirth. Wow. Personal freedom. Rebirth. Rebirth after a false twin flame of high priest. This, like I said, I don't really say the false twin flame because I don't see it as a false twin flame. It's a toxic, lower vibe energy. So if he was the high priest in lower vibe energy, you are talking about a completely different energy. This is the energy that belonged to the underworld, the covens, the what's they call it, the oh God, I could go on forever talking about that lower vibe energy. It's sorcery. It's more demonic when it's in lower vibe, but it also belongs to past lives, and that's what you have started to realise. But a rebirth is happening. Personal transformation. Freedom is now unleashed. So let it come forth. Give yourself permission to feel it. To feel all these emotions. Feel all these energies that's happening around you. Ask the divine for guidance. They're with you. You're already connected with the divine. You've also connected to your higher self. That also belongs to the underworld. It's all of it. That's really beautiful. I really like that. Messages from the universe. Messages from the universe for you. Messages from the universe. What is meant for you won't pass by you. You will never have to force something that is truly meant to be. Trust in the perfection of the divine timing and allow your life to unfold as it should. Whatever comes, let it come. Whatever goes, let it go. How beautiful is that? So this new love, going back to the very first card, this new love, a new person has stirred your romantic feelings. The new love is also within you. And when you look at this card, does she look codependent? Needy? No, she doesn't. She's holding her own power. She's comfortable with who she is because that is what your soul journey has been about. You are the divine feminine. And through that self-love, you also radiate that self-love. Look at all this, the divine around you. You are so protected. You are aware of that anyway. You connect to the divine all the time, even in your dreams, even through your synchronicities. This is just a reinforcement that I am giving you, that you are on your right path. It's been a hard journey for you. I know that. I know it's very difficult, but it's well worth the journey. At the end, it's well worth the journey. And so you are in control who you want in your life. You don't need anybody, but if you want somebody in your life, you will choose to. That's how powerful you are. You radiate that love, and so love will come to you. Not trauma bonding anymore, because trauma bonding belonged back into the underworld, the unconscious, but you've done the work. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, I'll let that go. And thank you so much for joining me. Please like and subscribe, comment if you wish. Be nice to chat with you all. Okay, so like I said, thank you for joining me. God bless.